not done any meetings, any official USA meetings around the world, around the US yet. There are big meetings going on around the world, like the one in Dubai that we just had with over 3,000 people at that event. It was, I think, set up for 2,000 and 3,000 showed up. It was crazy. And but in the U.S., we have not done any meetings yet. And Sal and Maurice and Bob Bynum and the leadership team, Kevin Foster, a great group of leaders, and myself and leaders on our team. We will be traveling for the next probably 60 days and I'll be broadcasting the events live from those different meetings. But we're going to be going to Los Angeles. We're going to be going to San Antonio. We're going to be going to Spokane, Washington, I believe is what they said. Definitely Nashville. Nashville is going to be a great place because it's so centrally located for everybody to get to. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And so those are our initial cities. And I think I said San Antonio, Texas. I did. But San Antonio is going to be another big meeting because I know we've got a lot of leaders there. So write those down: LA, Spokane, Washington, San Antonio, and then Nashville and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then I know that we're going to end up in Las Vegas for the kickoff event. It's my understanding somewhere around the first week of September is what the plan is. I think they want us to go around and do a road show. And by the way, somebody may have slipped today, but I heard that some of the important leaders and a very special female will be showing up at some of those cities. So you definitely want to plug in and make sure you have all of your leaders in those cities. And I don't care if you're within 200 or 300 miles, you need to pile in a car and get there, because every bit of exposure you get to this company and knowledge you get will be worth some pretty serious coin for you. No pun intended. But folks, I'm going to go ahead and those are the general announcements. Those that know, we just came off a 2-for-1 split where everybody's tokens doubled, and that was exciting news for everybody. I know our coin is trading at about $1.40 or $1.42 today, I believe, and so it has seen a 300% increase since I guess since the beginning of March or somewhere in that area. I think it's gone up 300% since I've been involved, which was May 1st. But it's really incredible, folks. So we've got over 422,000 people signed up in the company. We're growing at anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 people a day, which is just staggering. The rate of change every day is between 3 and 6% growth rate. And I was telling people, I put the calculations, that puts us at 20,000 enrollments by the time September rolls around per day. 20,000 enrollments. Now, I don't care what company you're with, folks. There's nobody in the United States doing that many enrollments. Okay, so you can look at what you're doing if you want to be on the ground floor. And I also should mention, for those that are spotting ground floor opportunity, there are less than 3,000 paid members in the United States right now. Okay, less than 3,000. So if you've ever wanted to be one of those people that stood up on stage 2 years from now and people in the crowd are going, golly, how did they ever know? You know, how did they know this was going to be so big? And next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire. So if you want to be up on stage and be one of those millionaires, now is the time to get very, very, very busy. I mean, like, cancel bowling league, cancel Girl Scouts. I mean, cancel everything and focus for the next 90 days to 180 days, folks, and you could change your life forever, your financial future. It's just it's an amazing time right now for you to really take a serious look at this. And I've told my wife, I said, you know, every night I'll be doing this. A date night is going to have to start around 5:30 p.m. or we go out afterwards and see if we can find a restaurant that's open that late. But she's committed, and she knows how important this is to our family. We've done this before. We've seen windows of opportunity like this before, and we have stepped through some of them. A couple of them we missed, and I told her that this is one that we just don't want to miss. And so just a quick heads up on what we're doing, folks. I know if you're here for the first time, I'll just give you kind of a quick rundown. We are creating what we call the PayPal of digital currency. People that use PayPal know it's a very simple to use, fully integrated platform where you can send money back and forth to people. You can pay bills as a business. You can take PayPal at your business, and they help you run the finances of your business. Well, with OneCoin, we're using a digital currency in lieu of the dollar. And of course, it is bought with dollars. So you do have to have some mode of exchange and value that's paid into the company to get your coins. But it is a publicly traded coin that's value is determined by the community. So a lot of people say, wow, it's kind of like a stock, right? And I said, well, the mechanics are very similar. There's obviously some differences, but there is buying and selling of the coin, which determines the value. Of course, we are riding the success of Bitcoin that went from 10 cents to over $1,203, okay, in 6 years. Bitcoin has 250,000 members, paid members, active members. They probably have 3 times that many accounts, maybe 5 times that many accounts, but there's only about 250,000 of them that are active. Folks, we have 422,000 people in 7 months. We have surpassed what Bitcoin has that took them 7 years to build. And I suspect that we will be between 4 and 5 times larger, maybe 6 times larger than Bitcoin by the end of the year. And our coin right now is trading at $1.40. Now, I want to remind you, the Bitcoin went to $1,203. Okay, so it was the #1 producing investment in the history of the world in a 5-year period. I think in general, it was the #1 producing investment in the history of the world. But exciting times, folks. We are in our second stage, if you will, of building the company. We've obviously built a really nice user base. The second stage is we've started trading, and we can use our coins to actually buy some limited products that the company offers. So there's actually some people starting to use their coins for purchases, and they're able to buy and sell coins on our internal exchange in our back office. And it's just real exciting. And then as we grow, folks, and we get some track record, and the flow of the currency starts to kind of normalize, if you will, then you'll see us going out onto some public exchanges where people can buy and sell the coin, and ultimately you'll see hundreds of thousands of retailers around the world. I mean, imagine if we have 2 or 3 million members, and the company gives us a merchant kit that we can send out to businesses to have them sign up to start taking OneCoin. If you have a couple million people, folks, you can build a vendor network very quickly, or a merchant network very quickly with OneCoin. And just exciting times for digital currency, folks. You're looking at one of the top 5 fastest growing industries in the world, emerging growth industries, and that is the digital currency and cryptocurrency industry. Not a fad, not a scam. There are some scams out there. Companies that don't have algorithms, companies that don't have mining operations, that are just printing poker chips. Those companies are out there, so buyer beware. We are not one of those companies. We have our own algorithm. We have top auditors, some of the best auditors in Europe auditing everything. We've got powerful law firms that are behind us. You have to understand, we are on target with our current growth rate to do $7 billion in revenues in the next 12 months. So that would be in our first 18 months, folks. We would produce $7 billion in revenue. I don't know of many U.S. companies that ever done that in history. So very excited about our growth potential and the opportunity that we have with OneCoin. And there's obviously a financial opportunity involved with it. I'm not going to go into it. Depending on what Facebook page you're on, you can log into the bottom of that Facebook page and watch the presentations. There will be a 29-minute video that's posted after this presentation. I will post a 29-minute overview, which is kind of a very straightforward, professional, no fluff presentation that will allow you to really see all the details, including the compensation plan. So, but let's get to why we're here tonight. Let's talk about some of our military leaders.